WOWT 6 News Daybreak continues now with Cerise, Dave, and Rusty.
5:31 here on a Tuesday morning, and no doubt many of us probably a little sleep deprived this morning after thunder keeping a lot of us awake overnight.
Most people only need 4 hours a night anyway, right?
No, that's us on Daybreak, Rusty.
That's just how it works. Yeah, quite a bit of lightning, quite a bit of thunder as well, and you can see there's more redeveloping over top. Just going to be one of those days. Many more thunderstorms than yesterday, and you can see there's a little bit of lightning with some of these as well. So we're watching these redevelop over some of the same spots that had over 2.5 inches of rain already. 68 right now. Storm chances increase all morning and then decrease during the afternoon. We have to watch out for a little bit of severe weather as well. And we're going to keep a close eye on things as we make our way through on Doppler 6. Let's take a look at time saver traffic. Here's Jerry.
Thanks, Rusty. And with the active weather overnight, have some issues out there on the roadways. Most recently, 90th and Blondo. It looks like the lights are out in that area. So there have been some power outages. I think about 27, just over 2,700 customers in Douglas County are without power this morning. So we'll keep you updated on the road conditions. But again, 90th and Blondo, we are looking at some trouble spots. But elsewhere, 72nd and Dodge, we've got an issue with the signal being all red in all directions. And then in Sarpy County, the Papio Creek starting to spill over 60th near Harrison Street. So just give yourself about 5 to 10 extra minutes this morning. Should be all you need, but just keep in mind there's a lot of standing water, so you're going to want that little bit of extra time as you head into work. That is your time saver traffic.
Jared, thanks a lot. Let's take a look at our Just Getting Up headlines here on a Tuesday morning. At least 22 people have died following an explosion in Bangkok. So far, no one has claimed responsibility for this attack, and an investigation is underway. 2 female soldiers have made history for the first time. 2 women have successfully finished the Army's Elite Ranger School. They will officially graduate from Ranger training this Friday. And dozens got the surprise of a lifetime when Stevie Wonder showed up for a surprise concert in Washington, D.C. yesterday. The show was to promote his upcoming tour. Continuing coverage now of powerful storms that swept through the Omaha metro overnight, bringing flash floods to the city streets and knocking out quite a bit of power to 2,700 people at last check. Jenna James has been tracking the storms for us overnight. She joins us now live with the very latest. Jenna, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. The rain has started up again. Here, I want to give you a live look now of 72nd and Dodge Street. You can see that right now the light is out here in this area, so you do need to treat this as a 4-way stop. And please be extremely careful. We've seen some really dangerous accidents in this area, so make sure you're paying attention. But our camera crews were out all night getting a look at some of the hardest hit spots across the city. Take a look. This is video from 72nd and Lake, where torrential rainfall turned the road into a river. Now, some areas saw rainfall so fast that pressure built up in storm sewers, blowing manholes from the street. And at 51st and Saddle Creek, these cars quickly became overwhelmed by high water and stalled. We're told the water was up to 2 feet deep at its highest point. When our cameras arrived on scene, the flood had already receded, and first responders had safely helped the drivers from their vehicles. Also, take a look at what we came across at 90th and Pacific Streets. The storm caused a large tree limb to fall into the street. Overnight, we had multiple reports coming into our newsroom of trees and debris in the roads. This morning, crews are still working to clear up that damage. And I want to give you one more live look here at 72nd and Dodge. You can see that there is actually some water gathering on the side of the roadway, so be aware that you might start hydroplaning at some point this morning since there is a lot of standing water. Again, we just want to make sure that everyone in our viewing area does stay safe this morning with this rain coming down, so just take your drive a little bit slower and everything will be good. Reporting live, Jenna James, WOWT 6 News.
Jenna, thank you. That number with people without power at this hour at last check is now 1,700, so OPPD is certainly getting out there and getting some work done at this hour. Also developing overnight, fire crews struggled to reach a house fire in a West Omaha gated community. Eventually, they were able to get in and get to the house near 192nd and Shadow Ridge Drive. Our cameras were kept back, however, and according to initial reports, it appears as if the fire began down in the basement. The Red Cross was called in, and no word on the extent of the damage caused. And on the other side of town, police were called to a car versus building accident. Take a look at your screen right now at this video. Here was the scene near 13th and Castelar just after 2:30. We're told 3 people were in the car when it crashed. They all took off, however, before police arrived. An alert for Omaha parents this morning. Omaha police tell us an incident happened near Sunny Slope Elementary School just north of 108th and Maple. That is where a man in an older white cargo van motioned the child to approach his van. However, he did not say anything. Now, the student did not report this incident until yesterday. That's when another incident took place at 75th and Grant. A man matching the same description, this time driving a royal blue Kia SUV, was parked near two elementary school-aged children waiting for the bus. Now, in both cases, the man is described as a thin, white male, 50 to 60 years old, with shoulder-length gray hair. If you see anything suspicious, call 911 immediately.
Now, here's weather on the 6s.
A little past 5:36, and just one of those mornings. Hopefully you managed to piecemeal together a little bit of sleep last night. Had quite a bit of lightning and thunder and some very heavy rain. We're at 68 degrees right now. A little bit of rain trying to move through the metro once again. An east-southeast breeze at about 11 miles per hour. And you'll notice at 7 o'clock, we'll still be at 68 degrees. An isolated storm or two passing over, much like we have now. Chances are going to increase up to 80% by noon, and then they'll decrease all afternoon as the cold front gets closer and closer, and that starts to push away all the shower and thunderstorm activity. And there's that northwest wind post the front at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So another cool day. Here's what we have on the radar right now. You'll notice scattered showers, thunderstorms, and even in close here, we do have that flash flood warning continuing over parts of Douglas, Sarpy, and Pottawatomie County. This little faint green line here kind of outlines it. And what we notice now is just these thunderstorms popping up, moving to the northeast. This is kind of going to be our morning. Chances are going to increase, actually, as we head through the morning. Filling up parts of Pottawatomie County, and then west of Harlan as well. You have some storms marching in around Red Oak, east of Atlantic, but look what's back here west of Norfolk. This is the next round. It's going to barrel in. It's going to meet up with some moisture moving in from the south, and we're probably going to see a little more development with this as it moves closer and closer. You can see the last few frames right there, a few more storms pop up. It's running into a lot of moisture and a lot of instability, so that's why I think we're not done by any means yet. And as this gets closer, here comes the threat for severe weather as well. It's going to meet up with that unstable air, try to fire some stronger storms near Omaha and points east as that cold front barrels through. We're at 68 in Omaha, 66 in Harlan, 66 in Denison right now, and you can see by 7 o'clock, quite a bit of rain on the map. We go hour by hour through the forecast, a lot of upper 60s. By about 9, 10 o'clock, should have numbers near 70. Notice scattered showers and storms really filling up the map to the west. Those will continue to move in, so chances really increase the last couple hours of the morning. Still have some around afternoon. They're a little less frequent, though. And what we're watching is this. So you can see this little faint gray line here. That's where the cold front is roughly at. And as it moves through, it's going to try to fire one last round of isolated storms. Those ones could be a little bit stronger, mixed with some 70-degree warmth. It won't take much, and then that'll fire and move on through. By 7 o'clock, everything should be east of the metro, and then it's quiet the rest of the night, and you should be able to get a good night's sleep tonight without any thunderstorm activity as temperatures, as you can see, fall off into the 50s. How about 56 degrees to start the day on Wednesday and Thursday? A lot of us in the mid and upper 50s. And only 72 for the high on Wednesday. Some pretty gusty northwest winds. Could have some gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Quite a few clouds as well. And then we'll slowly build back the warmth. So it's not cool and sunny, but you'll be able to step outside, take a big deep breath, and there won't be a lot of humidity in the air, which is great. And keep up to date on our WWT 6 News app. Trust me, you're going to want this later on in the morning as that next round of thunderstorms gets closer and closer.
72 tomorrow, 56 in the morning with gusty winds. The wind will make it feel a bit nippy outside, especially for kids waiting for the bus.
Dare I say football weather?
You would go there.
Dare I say it?
We don't need to right now. All right, let's get another check of our time saver traffic right now. Here's Jared Robinson.
Thanks, guys. And yeah, we're looking at some trouble spots on the roads this morning. As you could probably guess, it was a little messy of a commute yesterday. It looks like it's lining up to be a messy commute this morning. You're going to want to give yourself some extra time. A notable outage right now is signals all red in all directions at 72nd and Dodge this morning. Speeds seem to be running normal, at least so far, but traffic really not up and going just yet. Also, 90th and Blondo signal is in all red in all directions. And finally, 40th and Dodge. We've got signals. I believe that this is actually a blinking red as well. So a lot of areas seeing some slower than normal commute times. So maybe give yourself just a little bit of extra time as you head out this morning. That's your time saver traffic.
Well, for families with young children, high chairs are absolutely essential, but they can actually be dangerous. Consumer Reports just safety tested 9 high chairs new to the market. Good news is all pass voluntary safety standards and many of the features that could make mealtime even a lot easier.
For many parents, mealtime with a baby is no picnic. So a high chair that cleans up easily is a must.
When Daniel eats, there is food all over him from head to toe. We have to change his outfit. And he also leaves food all over his high chair.
In fact, ease of cleaning is so important to parents that Consumer Reports recently added it as part of their high chair ratings. Joan Murator, who oversaw testing, found some of the high chairs hard to clean. The Graco Slim Snacker has lots of fabric flaps where food can collect, and it doesn't have a tray insert,
which is basically a second tray cover that fits over here. It's nice to have so you can just take that off and wash that at the sink rather than take the whole tray.
The Miyamoto Alto has a tray insert, but it doesn't fully cover the main tray, so you'll need to wash food off of both the insert and the base tray underneath. A better choice? The Fisher-Price Easy Clean. At $85, it's a Consumer Reports Best Buy.
The tray insert covers the entire tray, so you might get away with just cleaning the insert each time.
Testers also found the straps simple to wipe off, and the seat cover is machine washable. Another feature that can add value is a high chair that can grow with your child. The Juvie High-Low chair rotates to become a booster chair, and it's easy to clean because it's made of molded plastic. But it's expensive, $400, and the testers found the harness hard to use.
The harness in particular was an absolute nightmare.
Consumer Reports found one flexible high chair to recommend, the Ingenuity Trio 3-in-1 Deluxe. The seat comes off and can be used as a booster seat, and then the base can be used as a toddler chair. And the whole thing is easy to clean. At $90, it's a Consumer Reports Best Buy. This is Rachel Joyce.
Well, coming up at 5:54, we've all been pretty patiently waiting. Now we can introduce you to the newest member of Daybreak. That's coming up in just about 12 minutes. But first, Rusty will return with a check of your travel cast. You're watching WOWT 6 News, live at Daybreak.
During the summer sale at the new Baxter Mazda West Roads. Buy now, and Mazda will make your first 2 payments. New 2016 Mazda CX-5, just $219 a month. Baxter Mazda West Roads. Save huge during the summer sale at Baxter Hyundai West Roads. Get incredible deals on all new Hyundais. New 2016 Elantra SE lease for only $179 a month. 0 down. Hurry in now and save at the new Baxter Hyundai West Roads.
When it's time to have your roof replaced, choose Pyramid Roofing, the residential roofing experts. Pyramid Roofing is a name you can trust. We've been in business since 1993 and are locally owned and operated. We're here to stay. Voted Best of Omaha, first place 4 years in a row. Call now for a free estimate. Pyramid Roofing, craftsmanship at its finest. We guarantee it.
Roof for that hole in your roof. Call 402-502-9300. PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Choosing the best care for your kids is one of those most important decisions. That's why so many parents choose children's physicians, because taking care of kids isn't just something we do, it's all we do. Energetically, expertly, with heart and a smile. Plus, we're backed by Children's Hospital and Medical Center. Choose the right pediatrician for your family. Call or visit us online. Children's Physicians. We know children.
Woodhouse has enjoyed being a part of your community for over 40 years. Shop woodhouse.com for all your vehicle needs.
Tackle diet and exercise-resistant fat with Cool Sculpting. This non-invasive technology freezes away stubborn fat. Finkel Cosmetic Surgery is the first and most experienced office in Nebraska to offer Cool Sculpting. Call for a free consultation today.
Hammerdown presents the Midwest Classic Auto and Tractor Auction. Classic vehicles and tractors August 22nd. Consign now. Go to hammerdownauctions-omaha.com for information.
Good morning, Omaha. This is WOWT 6 News Daybreak with Cerise Cole, Dave Zavolinsky. Your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Rusty Lord, Jenna James, and time-saver traffic with Jordan Shefty and Lucy Chapman. Start your day up to the minute you wake up. You're watching WOWT 6 News Daybreak.
Back here on Daybreak 546 right now. Let's get you caught up on all those headlines here in up to the minutes. Wildfires continue to rage across the West Coast. The worst right now, this one in central Washington state. You can see just how close the fires are to some buildings along Lake Chelan. Already 7,500 homes, or 75 homes rather, not hundreds. 75 homes and businesses have been destroyed. 900 firefighters are working to get it all under control. One person was killed when a passenger train hit their car in Florida last night. It happened in Auburndale between Tampa and Orlando. Police say the car's driver was attempting to go around the railroad crossing gate just before it was hit. No one on the train was hurt. And load up the mystery machine. Warner Brothers is bringing back Scooby and the Gang. That's right, according to Variety magazine. A new animated Scooby-Doo movie is in the works. So far, no word on a title, but the release date is set for September 21st, 2018. I'm told Jared or Rusty has a Scooby impersonation. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Now, weather on the 6s with today's Travelcast.
You know what? I'm going to save that one for Jared. Let's see if he's got a decent one. All right, 70 degrees right now. 70 degrees is where we'll be by 9 o'clock. 74 by 3. Some scattered showers, thunderstorms increased this morning, then decreased during the afternoon. By 7 o'clock, we should start to dry out. We're down to 70 degrees, and that northwest wind bringing in the cooler, drier air all night long. Threat for severe weather includes the Omaha metro and points east and southeast today. So that's what we'll be watching with this next round of storms that tries to get going. And notice there's quite a bit more on the map. Watch this area from the south start to lift north and feed moisture in to more of these storms that are moving through central Iowa. So if you head east, you're running through some soggy conditions. And then here's the next round that's barreling east and southeast, and well, a little more development on the south edge of this. So we're going to keep a close eye on this and watch as it moves closer and closer, because that's our next round of storms. And as we take you through the hour-by-hour forecast, there it is, barreling east, late morning hours. So we'll be watching that here after daybreak and keep up to date during the Today Show, maybe a cut-in or two there to give you a little warning information as that's happening. And then through the afternoon, everything slides to the east. Could see a little redevelopment right as the cold front passes, but a soggy day north on 29 once you get north of Sioux Falls, and a soggy day up around Minneapolis as well. You can keep up to date on all of this. Track the latest with our interactive radar on our website, WOWT.com.
Rusty, thank you. Sprint jumps on the latest wireless carrier bandwagon, and the skies will be crowded this Labor Day weekend. Landon Dowdy has those stories for us in this morning's business headlines.
Wall Street is hoping to add to Monday's gains today. Stocks are racing early losses to close near the highs of the session. They're now having its first three-day winning streak in more than a month. Look for data today on housing starts and building permits and earnings from Home Depot and Walmart. They're now rising 68 points to 17,545. The Nasdaq up 44 to 1592. The friendly skies will be crowded this Labor Day weekend. An industry group says U.S. airlines will carry 14.2 million passengers. That's up 3% from last year. Summer travel overall is expected to reach an all-time record thanks to the stronger economy. A drop in fuel prices, airlines' biggest expense, is also boosting profits. And Sprint is the latest wireless carrier to drop two-year contracts. The company is shifting entirely to a model where customers lease their phones, meaning you'll no longer get your device at a discount. Sprint is unveiling a new plan called iPhone Forever. For $22 a month, you can upgrade to the newest iPhone as soon as it's available. That's your CNBC Morning Business Report. I'm Landon Dowdy.
All right, more consumer news now, and a fall favorite is getting a new recipe. Starbucks is making some changes to its coveted pumpkin spice latte. The coffee giant says it will be replacing pumpkin pie flavored spices with real pumpkin. Also on its way out, caramel coloring. Some more good news for the fans. The seasonal drink will return to stores early on September 2nd. And we got more news coming up in just a moment. This is WOWT 6 News, live at Daybreak.
Night and the 6 on Your Side investigative team on your side. Are you in need of the facts, but your voice isn't being heard? Call or email us. This is our home, and that's reason enough to get your results.
Get your great deal now at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. 2 convenient locations, La Vista and Bellevue. Save huge during our summer clearance event. Get $4,000 off a new 2015 200 Limited, plus 0% for 60 months and no payments for 90 days. $10,000 off, plus 0% for 60 months on new 2015 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad or Crew Cab models. Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, I-80 in Harrison, La Vista, and Highway 75 in Chandler Road, Bellevue.
Welcome to Center of Dermatology. I am Dr. Herschel Stoller, board-certified dermatologist. At Center of Dermatology, we treat
acne and eczema, warts, psoriasis, and facial veins.
We offer eczema laser psoriasis treatments, vein wave facial vein treatments, full body examinations, and skin cancer treatments. We also perform many chemical peels.
We have offices in Omaha, Papillion, and Columbus. New patients are welcome, and Saturday appointments are available.
Golf Week calls it one of the best resort courses in the country. But once you play, you'll want to stay. Firekeeper Golf Course at Prairie Bend Casino and Resort. Our stay and play package is worth a short drive south of Omaha. Luxury hotel room, green fees, and golf cart for 2 starting at just $199.
When she was a toddler, she had a hard time sleeping. 13 years later, now it's me. Most nights, I don't know where she is or what she's doing. I lie awake waiting for the phone to ring. Things were so much easier with her back then. Now I don't know what to do. I need help.
Raising kids is hard. It's okay to ask for advice. Call 888-866-8660 to speak to a trained counselor. Any problem, anytime.
Build a better home customized to your lifestyle the Heritage Homes way. Heritage Homes build your home in half the time it takes other custom builders, saving you time and money. Your Heritage builder will help you design a home to fit your desires and budget. You'll never pay more than you signed for. Whether you choose one of our models or custom design your own home, when you select Heritage Homes, you can expect a quality home at a guaranteed price. Call Heritage Homes for your free no-obligation design session today.
Get your degree 100% online at National American University's College of Business, Accounting, and Technology. The business world needs professionals. You need flexibility. With 100% online classes, your own laptop, phone, or tablet will offer the kind of flexibility you need to get class time when it fits your busy life. Take advantage of your own technology with National American University's online classes. Enroll today at national.edu.
Dave Zavolinsky, WOWT 6 News. Today's pollen count is brought to you by Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology Associates. WOWT 6 News Daybreak continues now.
5:54 back here on Daybreak, and our Daybreak family just got a little bit bigger. We're proud to announce Jordan Shefty and her husband Steve welcomed Kinley Ray into the world yesterday. As promised, Jordan sent us in a few pictures. Kinley was born just before 9:30 yesterday morning, and Mom says they are already in love, and, well, we can certainly see why. So congratulations go out to Jordan and Steve. We can't wait to meet Kinley in the coming days and months. While Jordan's away, as you know, Jared Robinson will be taking care of traffic duties here on Daybreak. Jared, how's that morning commute shaping up?
Well, Dave, we've got quite a few lights that are out. I'm going to cover one right now, which is at about Q and 108th. This was most recently has come in. Again, another signal that's blinking all red in all directions, so a four-way stop at 108th and Q this morning. Another area that you may just want to avoid completely is 60th and Harrison. Northbound and southbound lanes have now been flooded over by the Papio Creek, so try to avoid that area completely this morning. I would imagine a lot of areas with some standing water out there, so give yourself just a little bit of extra time. That signal at 108th and Q, just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to signals that are blinking all red this morning. For the rest of those, we're going to go over to 1110 KFAB's Lucy Chapman. Good morning, Lucy.
Good morning, and you're right about that. They are all across the city, power outages, and as you mentioned, some street flooding, so give yourself some extra time. But those lights are flashing red at 72nd and Dodge, at 90th and Blondo, and also at 144th and Industrial. So approach all intersections with caution. For WOWT 6 News viewers, I'm Lucy Chapman with 1110 KFAB Time Saver Traffic.
Now, here's weather on the 6s.
5:56. Always check the pollen count this time of the morning. You can see it's in the triple digits as far as weed pollen is concerned. So there's your sniffles and sneezes. Hopefully the rounds of rain over the last 12 hours or so have helped a little bit with that when we get the latest numbers in. Grass is still in the moderate category as well. You can see here on Doppler 6, here's our next round of rain moving through. Again, the stuff overnight wasn't severe. No strong wind and no large hail, just a lot of lightning and a lot of rain, and we'll probably get another round here in a couple of hours. Dave?
Rusty, thank you. Just ahead at the top of the hour, overnight storms led to a busy night for Omaha police and fire crews. What we saw overnight is coming up. And then later on the Today Show, scandal at an elite New England prep school. A former student stands trial for rape on campus. And then for the latest news throughout the day, be sure to stay current with our website or the WOWT 6 News app.
To the dentist. Does Premier Dental offer sedation dentistry?
Yes, we do. Can Premier Dental treat my whole family?
Yes, we can.
Cost is my concern. Does Premier Dental offer financing?
Yes, we do.
I work Monday through Friday. Is Premier Dental open evenings?
Yes, we are.
Call us in the morning and we'll get you in today. It's my guarantee.
Visit Premier Dental's new office at 171st and Lakeside Hills Plaza. Call us today.
We know you're so on the go. So are we, keeping you connected with the WOWT 6 News app on all your mobile devices. Now, no matter where you are, watch every newscast streamed live to your phone or tablet. News from where you live, whenever you want. Take control of our 5 radar sweeps. See the latest hour-by-hour forecast, weather alerts, and highlights from inside the WOWT 6 sports machine. Download the free WOWT 6 News app from Google Play or the App Store today. Sponsored by Jensen Tire and Auto.
We are so faithful to the traditions of the sisters whose heritage CHI Health carries on today.
Behind those walls, it's the great care of the nurses and the physicians, and it's where I would take my family.
We opened up a small private practice, and at the time we were really just young kids. 36 years later, we're still there. Yeah.
I hear stories all the time that I was born at Bergen, my mother was treated at Bergen.
Some of them have been seeing our clinic for 20 plus years, and we'll see 4 generations of a family, which is really nice.
That's one of the things that I think Kearney's really blessed with, is that hospital has been so good and been such a quality facility.
The work has remained, as it always has for the last 125 years, to help patients heal.
This is Daybreak for Tuesday, August 18th. Heavy overnight rainfall delivers flash flooding to the Omaha Metro. What we found out from some of the hardest hit spots.
Plus, I'm live this morning continuing our storm coverage. I'll give you an update on some of the biggest spots that we're seeing.
Quite a bit of that woke you up during the overnight hours, and we're not done yet. I'll talk about the latest hour-by-hour rain chances coming up.
And with slick roads across the metro, I've got the latest on the trouble spots that you'll want to avoid in your time-saver traffic.
You're watching WOWT NBC Omaha. Start your day up to the minute you wake up. The people you know, the news you trust. This is WOWT 6 News Daybreak.
Good morning here on a Tuesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us today and starting off your day with us. I'm Dave Zavolinsky. Cerise Cole has the morning off. Hopefully she can sleep in despite those storms overnight. They kept you certainly busy in the weather center.
Yeah, Papillion heading back to school later on this morning too. And we had well, some soaking rains overnight, quite a bit of thunder and lightning, and well, for the most part, we're not quite done yet. We have showers and storms that are developing over top the metro again, moving to the northeast, and they'll continue to slide onto the northeast and out of here. But like we say that, more are trying to develop and southern parts of the metro. So showers and storms increase in coverage. There's more moving in from the northwest. A soggy day today. Have the rain gear with you. Have a way to get some warning information just in case one or two of these become severe, and be ready for more rain as well as temperatures stay in the 70s. Let's see how all of this is affecting the roads. Jared's been a busy man as well. What do you got, Jared?
Yeah, Rusty, quite a few signals out across the area. I could go on with the list. I'll just name a few here. First, I want to get to a report we just had via Twitter. There's actually a tire in the left lane of the eastbound traffic on I-80 just past 42nd Street, so that may slow you down this morning. One I think that's going to affect more people is a signal that's out at 72nd and Dodge. You can see our traffic map here is actually showing our speeds are down to about 13 miles per hour. 42 miles per hour in the westbound lanes, but eastbound traffic moving at just 12 miles per hour this morning, just past 72nd on Dodge. Make sure that you do stop at these signals. Kind of be aware this morning, because last thing we need is an accident because somebody ran one of those red lights. So just give yourself a little bit of extra time. That is your time saver traffic.
All right, Jared, thank you. Continuing to track the storm this morning. Powerful storms did hammer the metro overnight, as we've been telling you here over the last few minutes. Thousands of people lost electricity, and flash floods definitely filled the streets. Jenna James has been tracking the storms for us overnight. She joins us now from one of the busiest intersections in the city. Jenna, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. I'm live here at 72nd and Dodge, where the lights has been knocked out here. I'll step out of the way so you can really see how bad traffic is already getting here at just 6 a.m. Now, again, this should be treated as a four-way stop. We have seen some cars trying to roll through the intersection here, maybe cutting it 2-3 cars back. It's caused near crashes and actually a few instances of a little bit of road rage. So just take your time this morning and we'll all get to work safe. But our camera crews were out all night getting a look at some of the hardest hit spots across the city. This is video from 72nd and Lake, where torrential rainfall turned the road into a river. Now, some areas saw rainfall so fast that pressure actually built up in storm sewers, blowing manholes off the street. And at 51st and Saddle Creek, these cars quickly became overwhelmed by high water and stalled. We're told the water was up to 2 feet deep at its highest point. And when our cameras arrived on scene, thankfully, the flood had already receded and first responders had safely helped the drivers from their vehicles. Now, back here at 72nd and Dodge, right now, traffic isn't actually backing up too bad, but it has been very steadily getting a little worse, slowly but surely. So just again, we want to make sure that you guys remember that this does need to be treated as a four-way stop. Add a little bit of extra time to your commute. Just take it slow, and we're all going to get there safely. Reporting live, Jenna James, WOWT 6 News.
All right, Jenna, thank you. We'll keep you updated on the traffic situation here throughout Daybreak, as it promises to be a bit hectic out there, Jenna. Thanks. Well, as Jenna mentioned, the powerful storm left a lot of people across the metro in the dark. At its peak, nearly 3,000 people in Douglas County and more than 2,600 in Pottawatomie County were without power. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest outage reports. And right now in Douglas County, just shy of 2,000 OPPD customers are without power. Better news over in Council Bluffs, as about 400 people are still being affected due to the overnight power outages.